Hey guys, and welcome to my Nicki Minaj tutorial. Now obviously today is not about glamour makeup, but fun, crazy, insane makeup, and maybe a little ugly, but that's okay. So I'm taking MAC's color in orange. The name of it is literally called Orange, and it is a bright orange. I am buffing this from inner to outer corner all over the place. I'm not keeping this on the outer edge like I do sometimes. I'm not doing any type of cat eye with this. I want all the colors to be going strictly from the bottom of my lash line up to the brow area. I want this to be really buffed out and really colorful. So I'm just dusting that back and forth. Pack on as much as you want. Also, I have to warn you that my skin in this video is having a horrible irritation. I put on Laura Mercier's Illuminating Tinted Moisturizer, that's what it was, and my skin had a horrible reaction to it, and I was in recovery, so I've got bumps everywhere. Anyways, now this is MAC's Rule, which is just a lighter color of orange. In person, it is a much different color than the orange shade I used. It's a lot lighter. I use Rule a lot. I use it in everyday makeup on myself all the time. I use just a tiny bit of it, and I just buff it into my crease with whatever I'm wearing because I think it's such a gorgeous color, especially when you don't use it like overdone, when you just put a tiny bit on and just add it in like the outer corner. Such a pretty color. Anyway, so next I'm taking MAC's Pigment. This is in bright fuchsia. If you're not familiar with pigments, they're just a loose powder that can be used for anything on the face or body. They can be used for blushes, eyeshadows, lips. You can mix them in with clear nail polish and make your own nail polish shades. It's just loose powder, and it will last you a lifetime. One of these MAC pigments will literally, if you use it every single day, I bet it would last you 2 years. I have a pigment that for I think 2 or 3 years of my life, I literally used it as a highlight on my cheeks every single day. It's called Melon, and I'm still not even half done with it. It's insane. These things just, they're so condensed. Even when you think you're done with it and you shake it up and you reopen it again, it's full to the top. It's like never ending. Anyways, so I'm just pulling my eyelid taut because I don't want any like creases in this. I want it to be really evenly smoothed all over the lid. So I pull my eyelid like gently as I can, I pull it taut, and then I just wipe it all over the lid up to that orange color, turning my brush sideways to kind of blend it in to that orange manually with my little shader brush. But then I'll go back and I'll continue to blend the pink and the orange together. As of right now, I'm just packing on that pink to get it as vibrant as possible. And then I'm going to go back a second time with Rule, which is the mid-tone that I used. You can go back with Rule or Orange, it doesn't matter. I'm just going back with Rule to blend in those two together. And putting Rule on top of Orange is gonna make it more vibrant and vivid. So I'm using the MAC 222 brush. I'm using this to blend this back and forth. It's a great blending brush. It's a lot like the 217, but it's a little bit longer in length. So it gets a little bit more precise into those areas. I only had that tiny clip of me applying eyeliner, I'm sorry. And then I'm using MAC I'm sorry, no I'm not. I'm using Laura Mercier foundation and L'Oreal Lumi foundation. They are my favorites right now. If you didn't see my last video, I mentioned both of them. I love them. So I'm just taking the two combined. I put just a little bit of each on the back of my hand, and then I'm using the Sigma F80 brush to buff this all in. I will have a link below to sigma.com, and also I will have a discount code for you guys for 10% off if you want to go there. I'm not affiliated with them or any way or anything like that. I just saw that they're having a code right now, so I thought I would share it with you guys. I've done that the last couple of videos just in case you want to save some money on these awesome brushes. So I'm using MAC's Cork to fill in my brows, and I'm going to do this pretty generously because Nicki Minaj always has insane brows, insane everything, let's be honest. So I'm just going to fill them in. I'm using a 212 brush by MAC, which is just a really stiff, dense, short, precise brush that you can really get in on your brows. And then I'm going to use MAC's Mylar, which is not a shimmery eyeshadow. It's a satin, I believe. So it's just going to add that white highlight, but it's not going to be really shimmery. Now, obviously, Nicki Minaj, you can add a really shimmery highlight and it would still be fine, but I did not feel like going that insane, so I added more of a matte tone highlight because I thought the eyes were already, you know, a little full of attention. What do you guys think? I think my eyes already have enough happening on there. Not to mention I'm going to do even more. I'm just going over that same area just to kind of buff it out so there's no harsh line after applying the highlight. Then I'm applying my concealer. I'm using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in shade NW20. I'm going to do a highlight today underneath the eye. I normally do that anyways. I'm going to try to make it pretty light though because Nicki Minaj always has a very, very white highlight under her eye, especially when she's doing looks like this. The highlight under her eye is like beaming. So I'm going to use this highlight powder. It's by MAC Pro. I've showed it before, and it is called Accentuate. And I'm just going to use a brush that is actually discontinued by MAC, which is really sad because they don't have anything like it, and it's awesome. But Sigma has one, and I think it's called the highlighter brush, and I just ordered a new one because I can't find mine, and I love that for setting the under eye concealer, with powder. I'm taking MAC's Hep Cat. Such a gorgeous color. It's a mix between purple and pink in all the right ways. It's amazing. I'm going to use that same brush I used for my eyebrows, the 212. I'm going to buff it from inner corner all the way to outer corner. Normally, I don't bring it all the way in. I kind of like buff it out a little bit in the inner corner, but I'm going to make it just as vivid in the inner corner as I did in the outer corner. And then I'm just using any pencil brush. I think this one is from Sedona Lace. And I'm just going to use that to buff it out with no additional product on it. And then I will go back a second time after I've buffed out the harsh lines and just put another layer right on that line, my lash line, just to tight line it even more. And I'll show you the exact same thing on the other eye that I do. I put on the product and then I buff it out and then I put another layer of the Hep Cat because this will really give a lot of dimension to that lower lash line and make it pop and be smoky at the same time. I'm using the ever so popular Red Cherry Lashes in number 43. I can't get away from them, I know, I'm sorry. Some people were saying that they ordered them and they were too big for their eyes and their face, and I'm really sorry they're not working on you like they do for me. But, you know, everyone has their lashes of choice, and these just fit my face most of the time. So I'm going to use Benefit Hoola Bronzer. I'm dusting it all over my face. Another Sedona Lace brush. I mentioned it in my favorite video, but I got dyslexic and mixed the numbers up for you guys, but I show you a picture of it so you can see what it is. I'm just using this to dust Hoola all over my face. I'm not trying to contour in any way. Not going to put the bronzer on the inner part of my face either. Just concentrating it all around the outer corner of my face. And then I'm going to just put some mascara on the bottom lashes. I'm using Maybelline's. Once again, I forgot what it's called. The one with the fiber extensions. I don't know. Okay, Stars and Rockets, again by MAC. This is just an additional step, but it's just got a lot of like pink iridescence in it, and I'm just going to pop it in my inner corner just to give more attention to that inner corner. I don't know if I showed it or if I'm going crazy, but I did put a highlight in my inner corner as well. I think I used MAC's Nylon. I don't know if I showed that. I don't know what, okay, anyways, I'm using Pink Swoon blush by MAC. This is like an all MAC tutorial apparently. I didn't even realize that. But what can I say? MAC has great pigmentation, and if you're trying to rock Nicki Minaj, you can definitely use MAC. Also, I am sorry for my hair. Obviously, you can tell that I rolled out of bed and was like, tutorial! Anyways, I'm using another Sedona Lace blush brush. I had it nearest to me, and I'm just putting this all over the cheeks, and then I'm going to use MAC Soft and Gentle as a highlight. I wanted a true, like, silvery, whitish highlight. I didn't want any gold on my cheeks at this point because that would kind of clash with the baby pink I have on my cheeks and the light pinks and cool tones I have on my eyes. I do have warm tones as well, but I just thought that the light tone would look better. Just dusting this around for a lot of highlight like Nicki always does. Now this is actually the part of the video that I based the entire look around. Nicki Minaj came out with her second Viva Glam lipstick, and this was the day that it was launching. So as an employee, I really wanted to channel Nicki Minaj in a way that was fun and different and not trying to be so pretty all the time. And I figured if I'm going to wear this lipstick, I'm gonna wear it right. I'm gonna have fun with it. There it is, introducing, oh! You can see I'm like, okay, going in. But it is lavender beyond lavender, cool tone. It's like, it's a very different color. Nicki Minaj apparently spent like a year and a half creating this lipstick, and she's very proud of it. So I figured that I would give her the respect in wearing it to its full capacity. Without the lip liner, it is seriously just as opaque as it looks in the tube. But I thought that I would give myself like a very soft, easy ombre lip with it because I just wanted to have some fun. I knew other girls at work would be wearing it without lip liner, so I thought I would make it a little bit different. So I'm just taking that same magenta lip pencil that I already lined my entire mouth with, and now I'm just gonna go around the outer corner only, and this will give you a really soft ombre effect. And then if you just rub your finger over your lips, or you just kind of rub them together gently, it'll smooth it over so there's no harsh lines. And that is it. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.